Hey folks, Matt Slash here. I was just working on fencing off the ice cube tray area, and I noticed a spawner below the ice here. So I figured I'd start recording, we can check it out and see what it has to offer. Appears to be a spider spawner, based on the number of spiders I'm seeing. Let's just dive right in. Alright, and let's get it lit up here. Light this area up a little bit too. Just enough to keep the mobs away for the time being, and let's dig this up. Alright. Let's see what we got. We got a couple of buckets, iron, gunpowder, bread, and a saddle. And another saddle, some more bread. More of the same, basically. And I will take the chests as well. Very nice. Very nice. I don't know. It's right on the edge of the ice cube tray. I might be able to do something with this later. So we're not going to break the spawner. We're just going to hang on to it. And we'll just harvest the typical stuff. And come back to it at a later time. Alright, so I'm going to grab this mossy, and then I will catch up with you in a bit. Okay, well, I've got the area for the ice cube tray all cleared out, and I've been back to the house and picked up some building materials. And what I'd like to do now, before I actually finish, or not finish, but start on the next phase of the ice cube tray, is I would like to figure out what to do with this spider spawner that's over here. Because ideally, I want to have things set up so that the spider spawner is busy grinding away while you're standing here around waiting for the ice cubes to form, for the ice to freeze. So we're going to work on the spawner first, just to get an idea of where to stand. I have an idea for a trap for the spiders. It's the typical water pushes them somewhere up an elevator and then they fall back down and they're at half a heart of health or whatever. And then you could just punch them to death and collect their items. I had originally planned to just make it an item drop trap, but in reading the wiki it turns out that the spiders won't drop spider eyes unless they are killed by a player, and since we want to harvest the spider eyes, then that kind of defeats the purpose. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to clear away this ice. Then we're going to get down there and widen the room. Oh, shoot. Widen out the room so that we maximize the amount of spawning space around the spawner. So I will catch up with you when I have that task done. As I've been clearing this out, I'm noticing a potential problem. The ideal arrangement for a room like this is to have 3 blocks of empty space on all sides of the spawner. So 3 up, 3 down, left, right, back and forth. Problem that we're having with this is that there's the fence. It is on this wall, which is 1 empty space away from the spawner. And that is where the ice cube tray mechanism is going to be, is in there somewhere. I'm going to clear this out completely and see what it looks like, because we might still be able to make it work, but I'm not feeling as confident as I'd like to. So let's finish this up and see where it leaves us. Okay, I've finished expanding out the walls of the spawning room, and it doesn't encroach too far into the ice cube tray area. It looks like it's only coming in about 2 squares. I might still be able to make this work as far as the wiring for the freeze aiding pistons, the Knight's Move stuff I talked about before. I might still be able to make that work. If I can't make it work with the wiring, then probably what I'll end up doing is I'll probably just move the tray over a little bit so that it's outside of the range of this. Because the tray is pretty big, I don't mind shrinking it a little bit to make it work properly. And I don't think it has to be perfectly square either for the design to work. So I'm going to continue working on getting the spider spawner room set up, remove these last 2 layers of floor, and we'll get back into it at that point. Alright, final 2 layers of floor are done. Next, we're going to expand in this direction to create the tunnel that the spiders will go through. And typically, with the zombie spawner or a skeleton spawner, you just have a 1 wide doorway. You have your buckets of water in these corners, and they flow off in this direction. You lower the floor a little bit over here and to keep the water flowing, and then they get pushed through the doorway. Spiders, however, are 2 blocks wide, so I won't be able to have a 1 block wide doorway. But 2 blocks wide doesn't match up with the odd number for the spawning room, so what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up going 3 wide. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the 1 wide doorway here until the very end so that I can knock these torches out and escape this way and just knock these out quickly and get out before the spiders can get to me. So the next thing that we need to do is we're gonna end up having to get rid of this water eventually, but I want to place it just to see how it flows. So since it stops here, what we have to do is we have to knock these out. Water will flow 7 blocks from its origin before it stops. We knock out the block under where it stops, and then the rest of that area, then it will continue flowing without needing to place more water sources, which would flow in less predictable ways. So let's break through here. Alright, the next thing that we're going to have to do is build out a 3x3, again because the spiders are 2x2, but we want to work in odd numbers. I'm going to make this a little 3x3 chamber. Put some light there temporarily. And in this area, what we need to do is we need to build up and then construct a water elevator, which is going to require a massive amount of signs to hold water source blocks suspended. And the spiders will come in, they'll be in water, so they'll swim up, they'll end up in other water that's staggered and continue swimming up until they reach the top. Then we'll push them over into a holding area where they will land from a high height, land with half a heart, and then you can go in the holding area and punch them and hopefully get some spider eyes out of it. So I'm going to work on digging this tower up, and I'll be back with you momentarily. Okay, I've dug up. The 3x3 area is centered right here on this torch. And what we want to do next is we want to build this up to the proper height so that any spiders that fall out of it will have half a heart of health left. Spiders have, according to the Minecraft wiki, they have 16 HP, or the equivalent of 8 hearts. Oh, thank goodness it's stopped raining. Fantastic. So, let me turn my particles back on. I turned them off to, minimize the sound, and then it stopped raining / snowing, so I don't have to anymore. Anyway, sorry about that. I had to deal with something real quick, but I'm back. Anyway, it's a crazy night for recording. So spiders have 16 HP, or the equivalent of 8 hearts. So in order to have them be at half a heart whenever they hit the ground, they have to fall a given distance. And the fall damage formula is you take 1 point for every block you fall minus 3. So if we want them to take 15 points of damage, we need to go 18 blocks up from where they're going to hit. We're going to have them hit level with the ground here. So we're going to go 18 blocks up from here. So with this being the center, we're just going to build, and we're going to do it out of spruce planks to start, just to kind of match with the evergreen area. So we're going to pop up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to get up to 18 blocks up from the ground. We're 3 up right now, and our feet are at 66. So we need to go up another 15, so that would be 81. So I'm going to build this up to 81 blocks above the ground and be right back with you. Alright guys, we're quickly running over to Jarlis's house. Apparently his house is on fire. So we're going to go be the fire brigade as fast as we can and see if we can save his house. His house is made mostly of wood, which is a problem for fire since 1.4. Fire spreads a lot more quickly than it used to. Oh gosh, there it is. I'm on my way, man. Go, 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 go. So much water. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't get past this water. Alright, we gotta get up high. Oh my gosh. Let's try and pat as much of this out as we can. I think this is the highest that it's gotten. Oh, ow. Block lag. Okay, is that it down here? Oh, jeez. Okay. Over here. Oh, stay on the... Ah, crap. Get back up the ladder. Get back up the ladder. Oh, wrong level. Get over here. Oh, alright. Look, we gotta break the glass. Sorry, man. Whew, I think we got it all. Oh man, what a mess. Oh, is there more? I hear more. Alright, I got it. Let's get on the roof. Can't get up. Is there anything over here? There's nothing burning up here. Might have been a thunderstorm. I was in the snow biome, so I didn't hear any. But it could have been a thunderstorm. Lightning strike would have hit the house, set it on fire, and then if it stopped raining before it put the water out, then that would have caused the problem. Let's clean up the water. Only problem with using ice as water is that you can't pick it up then because you don't have the bucket. Alright. Well, whoop! Snap! Oh, man. Not lighting. Lightning. But yeah, the snow/rain earlier may have been an issue. I didn't bring any of my wood with me. I mean, it looks kind of bad, but it will not be too difficult to fix, I don't think. I mean, it's a lot of blocks, but the vast majority of the structure is still there. I'm underground. The vast majority of the structure is still there. And pretty much all the... Oh! Where'd you come from? Dang it. Jarlis doesn't need any more damage to his property, for heaven's sakes. Just fill in what I can here. Yeah, I'm betting it had to have been lightning, because I mean there was nobody else over here. I was all the way over by the ice cube tray. I didn't see anybody in the area, so I mean they could have been over here and I wouldn't have noticed. But I just think it's much more likely that it's lightning strike. If it hit the balcony, started at the balcony. Let's see. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. How can he make sense for a lightning strike? I mean, his roof is stone and dirt, so... I mean, a fire strike could have set grass on fire, and it would have spread then, but I didn't see any evidence of that up top. Now, at least he has... enough books for full enchanting still. He can still get level 30 enchants. Oh, where did this go? This is one of his. Must have been just here. Ah, man. Telling ya, crazy night for recording on the server. I think I've recorded in 4 different chunks. Although, magic of editing, the first chunk was actually recorded almost a week ago. It's been a crazy week here at the house, too, in real life. Alright, well, not much more I can do here. I'll go get some of my oak and bring it by for him. And, well, maybe I won't. It depends on whether he wants it. So, yeah. Alright, well, that's enough of this area. Don't need to dwell on it. We'll move on. Get back over to the spider trap area and see how that's coming along. It's actually a couple of days since the last portion of the episode before I get back around to recording. It's been pretty crazy around here lately, both on the server and in real life. My wife and kids, there's the tower. My wife and kids have all come down with some sort of flu. Not like the stomach flu, but enough to cause problems with, headaches and runny and stuffy nose and cough and just general blahness. And thankfully, I've avoided most of it. But it's caused some issues. It's made the week a bit difficult. And then here on the server, there's been all this crazy stuff with the griefing and excuse me, there's that cough. With the griefing and the stealing and who knows what. So, don't want to spend too much time away from the actual focus of the episode. So I haven't been recording as much of that. I recorded the fire and cleanup because it was an exciting event. But, since then, literally within, 10 minutes maybe of the fire was lava was poured on the house. And obviously started a new fire and was a pain in the butt to clean up. Now Charlie seems to be doing okay with it right now, so that's good. But it was still like I don't know what the person who's doing this thinks they have to gain. It's a small community. It's a whitelisted server, and what am I chosen for something? Oop, snap. Oh, I see. There's a Secret Santa thing going on with the server. Anyway, I just don't understand what a person would have to gain from... Oh, snap! You gotta be kidding me. Just stop with the things. Well, that needs to be broken anyway. But what would a person, to say the sentence 5 times over again, have to gain from, on a whitelisted community, a small server? That doesn't go there at all. What would they have to gain from ruining somebody else's fun? It's the world. The Minecraft world is infinite. You can, have fun on here without bothering anybody else. So, just a little bit of a rant. I'm gonna finish up trying to replace all of this burnable material with non-burnable material. Well, now I know I can survive this fall. And I'll catch up with you in a bit. And there we are. Now it's fully stone, inflammable, rather. Grammar. And is at the proper height. So just to recap real quick before we close it up for the day. The spawner is somewhere in this vicinity. Probably about right under here. And the way this will work is that this will stand here. This will be closed off when it's done. You'd stand about here. Spiders spawn, they sense you, they try to get to you. The water helps push them in this area. And then they'll get elevatored up to the top. And then what we'll do is we'll build a little run off to the side and drop them down into a holding pen that we'll be building over here that will take the spiders down to half a heart and hang on to them, and then whenever you've collected a bunch, you can just walk in there, punch them, and collect string and spider eyes. Spider eyes currently being very valuable for the Blaze Farm, which I have yet to show. Maybe next episode. Anyway, that'll do it for this one. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.